Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Stalker. This is episode 77. And to answer your question, where is episode 76? And I will tell you again. Well, I'll tell you for the first time. I'll tell me again that had another recording error and very frustrated with it. It was the Streamlabs issue. Um, I will put the video up as an unlisted. I'll throw some kind of soundtrack underneath it, and you guys can check it out. Not a whole lot. Mostly just trying to get the trader done. In fact, we just completed a trade. I think we should have some salt on us. Yeah, we're just taking the salt back. Um, yeah, within Streamlabs, there's two different settings. There's streaming, which we use for the podcast, and then there's recordings, and you have to set the recordings on different channels, and somehow the channels all got wiped out. When I found out what had happened, I actually had spent the day before recording 6 episodes of Grimloper because I have a very busy schedule in September. And so I kind of wrapped my head around getting some episodes caught up. And so I recorded a whole bunch of Grimloper. So I have enough Grimloper to get me all the way through September. So I thought, well, this way I'm not under so much pressure and I can get a few of these done. And next day, record 76 of Stalker, and I go to edit it, and there's no sound. And I thought, oh my God, did I just spend 6 hours recording Grimloper with the same issue? Thank goodness. All of the Grimloper stuff was fine, which at that point, I probably would have rage quit at that point. I think I would have just probably burned the channel down at that point with all the frustrations that I've been having with that recordings. I did get some really good advice from a fellow content creator. Thank you, Art, who had mentioned to me that what he does is he purposely records a 8 to 10 second little snippet just to make sure everything is working. And so I am going to start doing that because it is just too much heartache to find out that you've made such a big boo-boo. So easy enough to do, just takes an extra 10 minutes to test everything. And so with that, let's get on to episode 77. Like I said, we did a trade or two. Can't remember how many. I think it was just one because it was really late. But again, I will put that video up. It'll be it'll be basically unlisted. Just be an unlisted episode. And maybe I'll throw in light background music from PLD underneath it. I haven't done it yet, so that's why I'm thinking, in a kind of in that sense. But by the time this goes out, you guys will have watched the episode of Grimloper, and I don't think that will have a message in it, but actually, I take that back. You would have watched, instead of 76, you would have seen Travel with 5 or Hand Luggage episode that I finished up as well on this long weekend that I've had to get some of these recordings done. And so I decided to put that out at the same date that 76, then record this one, explaining the gap, and move forward. But no, Art's idea was really good, and I have to keep that in mind and just test, back up the saves, test the recordings, do all the little things just to CYA. It is frustrating. It's very, very demoralizing when it happens. But we've talked enough about that. Let's get back to what we're doing here. Let's get this other bag of salt dropped off. If you decide not to watch that other video, I completely understand. We can do a little bit of a walkthrough here. One of the things we did get done was I managed to get my little cooking area done over here. So we have a nice little cooking area. And we decided not to cook all this just yet because we've been doing trades with the trader. So we've been eating up the bear meat and the deer meat. And I may even hunt another deer if it comes down to it. But been leaving this here, as long as it stays relatively good condition, we can keep trading it. And then once it gets below his tradability, we'll worry about that then. I don't know if the organization part was done. I think I did that last episode, 75. So, at any rate. We get some more fur? No. We got another fire striker? We need to be carrying that around. We got 8 fur over here. Okay. So we basically need 4 more fur limbs, and then we can almost build our bed. We'll have everything but the ptarmigan feathers, which we've been talking about doing when we get the trader done. So at this point, this time of the day, it's midday. We can go hunt more fur limbs. Because really right now what we need is the Aurora. So let's go for a walk. See if we can find a fur limb. Be anxious to get some more of the trader things done, so we can start looking for bits and pieces of his story. I know he makes you go looking around for the bunkers, I think, is what the storyline is. These are cedar. This looks like fur. Maybe. Maybe. Yep, it is. And along came the bear. You know, I say that, and there's his footprints. That's almost comical. Was he up here? Oh, bear. Hey, bear. Yep, he's up here. Hi. Rawr. We're not going to mess with him. We'll save him for another time. Nice to know he's available, though. Ooh. Looky what we found over here. Gonna have to remember this spot. One of our issues in the Grimloper run was trying to find limbs. I don't know if the bear comes up here or not, but if he does, we're going to have a big surprise, aren't we? Yep, he's right there, isn't he? Did you see him? Did you see him mumbling around there? I'm so glad I was crouched. That's hilarious. I had no idea. That was really gutsy. That's creepy when you're kind of doing that that cut and all the action's happening very quickly. And he's dancing around right there. That's funny. You just stay over there, bear. We're just going to creep our way this way. That was pretty good. Is he just going to be in our way? All right, go. Because I'm recording these out of sequence, you will have already watched the hand luggage episode, and I don't want to give it away if you haven't, but I had a very similar incident, so that's on my mind as well. Okay, so you got wolves over there. Get rid of that sprain wrist. Easy. Come all the way over here. Oh, so close. I was trying really hard to minimize that. Well, not bad, Astrid. We found some more of the fur limbs, and had a close encounter. Twice. What we ought to do is take a nap and see if we're going to get another aurora. All right. We're one short. Not bad. Not bad for almost a bear mauling. We should save those. You know what? You got food outside, silly. Go eat it. All right. Let's go in here and take a quick nap. Let's do like 4 hours. See if the aurora's going. There it is. Good thing I only went for an hour. What are you so upset about? Like, I'm the first person that you've talked to in how long? Now you're gonna get angry because I'm not picking up.
Another trade. Here it is.
Okay. Two kilograms of, see, like we could do some. What I've been trying to do is do simple, just to kind of get the ball rolling with him. This one I don't think we have enough lamp oil for, but I do like to get that one. You don't really need the storm lantern, and I'm not giving him all the fir wood I've been getting. Salt has been a good one because it's 3, and I don't have the fish. We could easily do the oil and the salt. Maybe I can do this fast enough, and we could just leave this stuff behind over there. So we need 5 pounds and 2 liters. Okay, so.
That's enough for now.
Okay. So let's go grab water. We're getting low on. Nothing like running around with this stuff. I need to. I don't trust
Nobody
you.
needs this anymore.
You and I have shot the ground and the trees way too many times. Still like the new effects. Hey, one of my buddies. Yeah, I guess. Well, you know what? Here. Let's see how we fare in this. Not as good as I wanted to. He did a weird stop. We do smell pretty good. Got that new cologne on, Texas Roadhouse, Steakhouse, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully we can drop this off. I'll leave the meat and the water there. We run back. Tell them it's there. It's not going to be easy. This is a lot of stepping and fetching. My wolf over here? Hard to tell. Want my arrow back, dude. Want my arrow back. Luckily enough, we kept the predators to a minimum. I will give Hinterland props on the fact that with the tails and with this, they've kind of given you an excuse to go out in the auroras. I mean, really, it's easy just to avoid it. You can just sleep through it, but this kind of forces your hand. If you want to get more than one trade done, you're going to do it and go out at night. When you do the radio, you got to go out at night. You got to do it during an aurora. So I like that it forces that. And I like that it's completely optional. Okay, ready trade. Now. I think the other one was 2 and 1. Alright, let's get back. Not, we can make water pretty quickly. Ooh. Run right smack in the tree. Come on, Astrid. There's something on the ice over there. I can't tell if that's that deer carcass or an older wolf carcass. If not, but if we get some daylight, we'll go find my arrow. May even harvest the wolf. Keep packing meat over here by the fire. Or I should say the cooking area. Charge the car, Mom. Here we go.
The voice on the radio is back.
Beep, beep, beep.
Got it. On my way.
All right. Let's go, Astrid. At least the view's pretty. Whoops. Meant to do this. Now, it can always end early, but we're early enough in the evening that if it lasts a little while, we might be able to get the second trade done. It's a lot of hoofing back and forth for sure. Yeah, when he sends us out to go looking for the bunkers, which I think is what it's about, we're going to be ready to go because kind of ready to go bebopping somewhere else. I'm really happy with how we got things set up here. I think we're good for a while. Keep adding the wolves in the meat mixture here. We'll really be in good shape. All right, Sutherland. He didn't steal our other stuff. I guess I should call that a win.
Didn't drop any of this gear.
Oh. Didn't mean to make you heavy there, Ashford. Here, let's drink some water. That'll lighten. I think what we'll do is we'll drop the salt up here inside Misanthropes. We don't have to carry it back right now. And I think there was a Go energy drink sitting on one of the shelves there at the store, so we may utilize that. All right, so food, drop, go. And when we get time, we'll drag it where we need to take it. Back to Quonset. We'll do that, but right now, we don't need all that extra weight. Is this a campfire? It is a campfire. That must have been where the bear went down. Okay. Good excuse to check that lump in the ice. Come on, Astrid. We're doing really good. I'm glad I took the nap. That's why I was thinking. It's like if we were tired, get a little bit of sleep so we could do all this running around. We're doing a good job, Astrid. Doing a good job. Now, hopefully he has on the trade the deal with oil that we can get for the 2 meat and deal. If not, we'll do another deal of salt. We can just grab 1 piece of meat we still have out there. I think we're still... He won't take anything below 50%, I think is what the threshold is. So. Alright, get this out because I had 1 wolf respawn. I don't know if any more will during the Aurora. I know they swap out, but I don't know if they swap in fresh respawns or not. We did kill quite a few of them over here, and they all have despawned. Let's go, Sutherland. Let's
Are
go.
you there?
Well, I'm here. I'm here.
You again. This is my stash.
All right. Show me your stash. Okay, so 2 meat and that. So accept the trade. He's got ski gloves now. Yeah. And end the call.
That'll do it.
All right. So we got everything over there. We just got to go. Take this. Just in case. Same thing. Let's grab this just in case. Now, if we can get over there, put the stuff in the box, get back, and signal the trade, I'll be good with that. Then we can get some sleep. We'll have gotten 2 trades in one night. I don't know what the threshold is. I know you have to do a certain number of them. And I don't know if doing like 3 of them in one setting counts as 3 individuals, whatever. Maybe we can test that on one of them that we've got enough stuff to do. And I don't know if it matters which do. If it's just the trade itself. I still think this is kind of something we're going to be seeing in Black Frost. In fact, there was a very interesting video I watched this morning that Miss Cam's put up in the Survivor's Corner Discord. And essentially, it was Raphael doing like a game conference speech or whatever. And he kind of went into some things. Obviously, he's not giving away any spoilers or anything, but he did say something during it that I thought was very like eye-opening. And that when he was developing The Long Dark and trying to come up with the idea of what he wanted to do, at the time he was playing Fallout 3. And he was asking himself the question of, can we do Fallout 3 without combat? Because Fallout 3 has a lot of... Fallout 3 is huge. If you've never played Fallout 3, the map is massive, and there's tons of little nooks and crannies within the map to discover things. So it is a really cool exploration game as a whole. But obviously there's a lot of combat in it. And Raphael based The Long Dark off of, can you build Fallout 3 without the combat? Here we go. Ready to trade. So I know on the podcast we talked about, some of the future things going on. Yeah, see, the Aurora's about ready to give up. Come on, you gotta go, Astrid. Don't run into any trees. Oh, I don't know if we're gonna get back. You know what? I'm not going to worry about trying to take that energy drink because it's just going to be a waste. It is done. The Aurora is over. All right, grab this. And we will just walk home and we will call it a night. Unless it's going to make a resurgence here. And all I'm going to do is signal the trade. I'm not going to worry about going. We're exhausted. think what we need to do is develop a sleep pattern where we're rested and getting up at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, we may have a shot at this. Haven't seen the bright lights. There it is. The lights just flickered back up. So the game is being very kind to us about doing the auroras at the right time. So anyway, back to my thing. I was watching a video. It was very cool to see that. Him talking about that, because we have made a lot of comments about how we've thought that the Black Frost, because it was going to be co-op and it was going to have other people and it was going to be in a bigger town, that Fallout 3 was probably a good roadmap, or Fallout 4 too, to some extent, would be a good roadmap for them as far as how you could do interactions with NPCs and all that stuff. You can always get rid of the hunting aspect between people. So we may have to talk about that video on the podcast in a couple weeks. I think it's going to be a good subject. Hello? Did you sail away far?
Up for another trade? You'll see your gear in the box, waiting for you.
Okay, that was a new line. Alright. Time for sleepies. We definitely need to make more water. $134 days. Yeah, go ahead and get 3 more hours of sleep. Let's get you rested. Get something to eat. Here, eat some more. No sense in running around on an empty stomach. Do we have our pot on us? Are we carrying it around? Yes, we are. All right. Let's use our crappy matches to light the torch. And let's use the torch to light the fire. Okay. Wish we could find another pot here. That would be nice. Oh, we got cedar too. I don't know if I've just not done a very good job of searching all these houses for one. I thought I had gone through all these. Food over here. Oil over here. Pot. Yay. I'm glad I came over here. Let's go, Astrid. Let's go. And double our water. Wow. I'd almost say that was 3, but it was hard to count with it the way it kind of popped up there. Yay! We can get more water now. Beautiful. Right, pick up that can. I know they're going to be a little out of sync. But that's okay. So this one's an hour away. Let's go put these maple inside. Feathers? Do we have feathers? You know what? Take all those. Do we have more feathers? I just had an idea. It's one that's ready. That's the film drawer. That's the fuse drawer. Oh, we got lamp oil in here. Not quite enough. He needed 3 liters. That's not enough to do anything. Did we put any over here? No. Empty, empty, empty. Okay. I was hoping I had some more feathers. That's okay. Let's go out here. Let's make some fire hardened arrows while water's cooking. Craft. Fire hardened arrows. Need more feathers. Okay, we have 6 total. That's not too bad. Trying to prep for when he sends us out. We need a lot of feathers. I don't know why I'm going back inside. Need to stay outside so we don't get cabin fever. Minutes. That puts us a little closer. All right, let's go put some water back inside. We robbed all the water. Sink these back up here. Don't blow out the fire. We're busy. Let's get a drink. Yeah. Might as well. Need to gather these items from the trade. Although I don't get another aurora tonight, I'll be shocked. Let me close. I think it'll boil out. Can't do Murdoch. We haven't talked to Murdoch much lately, but can't cut him up yet. We're not in that kind of dire straits. We've got a cleaning kit here. That gun could use a little touch up. That's all salt. Don't have one in there. We didn't have one in there. Anything over here? Maybe we don't have a gun cleaning kit. Toilet desk is empty. Yeah, I guess I'll have to keep a lookout for one. Like I said, I don't think I have really done a good job of searching all these houses over here. Speaking of which, how are we doing in here? Coming along, it looks like. The garage sounds like it's creaking, it's collapsing from the weight of the snow. So I'm surprised there isn't like a flood of water over here from melting the snow off the roof. I think the building would start getting warm because it's just metal, corrugated tin. Let's do 2 liters of water. Should take about an hour and a half. I think that's going to do. Oh, you know what? Eat the rest of this because this attracts critters. You know what? Let's just take that. We'll drop off a couple of liters of water over there. All right, we'll leave that on the stove. We'll head over and go pick up this trade and grab that salt and bring it back. And of course the wind's going to blow in our face. So yeah, let's got just about enough time where we can grab this, grab that salt, head back, and then we'll call this an episode. And if I can hold my feet to the fire and do test runs as far as recordings and keep myself from being foolish and screwing these up, we won't have any more interruptions. It's always going to be glitches. I mean, even I say this after the podcast that Archimedes was on, but depending when you're listening to this, we had an issue where Streamlabs just crashed. And I don't even know why it did it. It just did. And the stream died, and we had to start another one. So, technology fails every once in a while. Do the best we can. And we move on. I used to let it bother me a whole bunch more than it does now. I mean, it sucks when you have an episode that goes sideways and people are watching and everything, but it's not the end of the world. It's a video game. And most of the people that watch are fans and players, and they understand, and they've had their games crash, and they've probably lost runs to silly things. They just don't have everybody watching. Alright, not that we needed it, but it made for a simple... Tell you what, let's leave 3 of these here. You know what, let's leave 4 of these here. In their special plastic container that doesn't allow them to freeze. Should probably build a second curing bunk at this rate. Wasn't intending to trade Sutherland for an ocean's worth of salt, but it just turned out to be a really easy trade with the moose meat there, which I know that eats into our reserves, but I think it's worth it. We can always start skinning the wolves. Something else I learned during the podcast with Archimedes too, speaking of that. Apparently, there is a bug right now on beachcombing, and that when you get the blizzard, it doesn't reset the beachcombing within the region you're in. So if you're in coastal and there's a blizzard, none of the beachcombing resets. It resets in other locations, but it doesn't reset in the location you're in. And so we were talking about that during the deal because I spent a ton of time beachcombing with Dead World, and I'm almost wondering if maybe I'm going to need to do an episode to check in because I know everybody's watched a lot of that. I mean, there's 90 episodes, and right now Astrid's kind of hanging in Crumbling Highway, but I'm almost afraid to play it because if there's a glitch, I mean, our whole livelihood is predicated on the blizzards resetting the Beachcomber and whether or not it's going to be something to keep us alive. And it's really not fair to lose that run over that bug. So I may wait till October. So if you don't see a dead world for a while, it may be because I'm holding back on it. And wow, we did good on that. All right, I'm going to go drop off the salt, put away the oil. Lord, I'm going to make salty potatoes yet. We got oil, we got salt. All we need is potatoes. Let's load back up on calories. And let's go grab this water. Fire should just about be done, yeah. Maybe we get a half liter out of it. Oops. 20 minutes.
The sun is setting. It'll be a lot colder soon.
That'll be close. If it boils out, it boils out. If it blows out, if it doesn't finish, it'll all be good. All right, Aster, let's get a drink. And let's just take a 3-hour nap. Let's see here. I don't want to put her down all night in case the Aurora kicks in. But one way or other, this is our save point. And no Aurora yet. You know what? Let's sleep for 2 more hours. I can hear a storm outside. Okay, yeah, we're not getting an Aurora tonight. Okay, well, that'll take care of this run. Again, sorry about the goofed up with the episode 76, but hopefully with the advice and doing the test recordings before committing the time to doing it, we won't have these issues. It's about 5 hours worth of recordings that I've bummed up in the last 2 months. So it's very, very demoralizing, especially with limited amounts of time to do this. So hopefully we won't waste any more of our time recording stuff that doesn't ever get to see the light of day because of issues. So hopefully we got that under control. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. And if you could do the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. It's always great, helpful, all that good stuff. Um, Go check out the podcast if you are unaware of that. That's over at the Survivor's Corner. It is linked in my main channel page. Talk to lots of interesting streamers and get different points of view. Talk about the game. A lot of fun. And with that, we will catch you on the next one.